So let's just make sure we mark these lines as done, even though we're not going to need this template anymore. Here we go, that's done. Let's put it aside because we don't need it anymore. And let's work on our piece of art right here. So this part is pretty much the hardest part, I believe. No, actually, that's not true. But yeah, what you want to do is make sure that all the folds we did are correct. So like this triangle here, just do it again, make sure it stands out. Repeat that for all the triangles like this, and try to have them keep their folds like that, kind of, you know what I mean? Don't put it back, don't flat it out, make sure it stays up like that. And then what you want to do is you locate the middle square, which is right here, and you start from a corner, and you see that fold that goes down. At some point it's going to have this peak over here, and then it goes down again. You're going to want to press on this peak and have it go all the way down just like that. So sometimes it's already done, just right, like right here, and we have this corner here, it goes down, a peak, and it goes on again. Let's bring the peak down, and you do that for all the sides, just like this. At that point, you end up with something that I think looks pretty cool. Now, what you want to do is, it's kind of hard, you get used to it at some point, but what I do is I take the top of each small triangle. So that's a small triangle over here. I take the top of each, like with my fingers, just like that, and then I bring them together while lifting everything up. So it's gonna look like something like this. I don't know if you guys are having that well, because if I remember correctly, when I did that first, I was pretty much all lost. So this is what it should kind of look like. And then we are getting to the hardest part, I believe. Here is how you do it. You go on the one side of the square here that is in the middle, and you take that thing. Just make sure you flat it out like that, and you have this kind of ice shoe looking. We have this kind of shoe over here with peaks on each side to like make sure you walk on ice without falling. Yeah, kind of. You know what I mean. It's like this, whatever. All right, let's move on onto this part. So over here we have this little triangle here, and we have this line that starts in the middle. This line, we want to make it continue all the way down. So we fold this towards the left, just like this, and make sure you leave it aligned over here. Don't make it go further, just make sure it's perfectly aligned, just like that. Press on it really hard, and then you open it. This middle line here, you're gonna want to lift it up just like that, and you push that thing in like this and bring that peak down. So you end up with this kind of thing. Now we have this little flap that's kind of in the way. What you want to do with this is you fold it up just like this, and then once it's all pressed up really well like that, you're gonna want to bring that peak inside here. So you just push it in and you reclose that. I think that's the hardest part. It's not that hard, I know, but it's kind of hard to explain. Now you end up with this bigger flap that is kind of in the way once again. You just want to take that triangle point here and make a fold from this side here to all the way that side, and then he needs to be going right in the middle over here of this cross here. So you just fold it right along this line up just like that, and you end up with something that's gonna look like this. I hope you have that. If you don't, you can back up a little bit, rewind the video and start again, but I think it's not that complicated. And this is what we have to do on each 4 sides. Now we just take another side, we bring the triangles in, put that like this, and we end up with our ice walking on shoe, something like this. And you repeat that process. Take this side here, fold it to the left, just like that. Here we go. And you lift that thing up and bring, I'm having a hard time. Bring that in, just like this. And you fold it back over it, just like that. Fold that flap up, just like this. And you bring it in. So you make that fold, go in, just like that. I'm kind of going fast right now. It's kind of looking like crap. I should be taking my time. It's not that bad. I've done worse than that. Alright, I'm gonna live with it. So you have this, and yours is should not be looking like this unless it's your first time and you're having a hard time, but it should be pretty much aligned perfectly. And once that is done, you take that flap, fold it up just like this, make sure everything is pressed up on it really hard, and you repeat that on 2 more sides. Make sure you bring the triangle in, that fold needs to go in, and you have once again this ice walking looking shoe. So you repeat that process on this side over here, just like that. Bring that thing in right here, fold that up, and you put it in like this, and you take that, fold it up just like that. And one more time, we're almost there. So you have this ice looking shoe kind of thing right here, and you fold that to the left side, open it, lift it up, push it in, take that, fold it up, push it in, and that thing you fold it up right here. So now we have something that kind of looks like this. The way you want to arrange that is that you see how this over here, there is kind of a hole, a crack in here. You want this side to go behind this side. So you take that and you bring it behind just like that, and then you lift that up, make it go over this side over here. Does that sound simple? I don't really know. I think yes. Let's repeat it again. So we have these 2 sides here. Make sure this one goes behind like this, and then let's try to see where I was. I think I was right here. So you have it like this, fold it up just like that, and you repeat that on each side. Make sure this one is in the back, this one up front, and bring it up. Repeat this on this side, behind, up front, bring it up. And at some point, by playing with it, you're gonna end up with something that's gonna look like this. At some point, you have to kind of make it take the shape of it. This part is kind of hard to explain. You just make sure that all the folds we just did are staying in place, like this type of thing, like that. It should have a square look like this. You are probably still struggling on that part since it's pretty hard. So take your time, do it slowly, and at some point you're gonna have that. But that's the most difficult part, I think. And make sure everything is all beautiful inside. Go around it. And once that is done, you're gonna see that we have kind of a little box that goes all the way around with triangle peaks that like go over it. What you want to do is you take a triangle and you fold it inside the box, but don't fold it like all the way in. Just fold it 9 degrees so it kind of partially closes the box, just like that. And you repeat that process by going left all the time. So then we go left, take that triangle, bring it in, left again, that triangle, bring it in, and then left one more time, bring it in. This should hold everything in place. But this side is kind of annoying. It always springs back up. What you want to do is you bring that peak under the first peak you folded in, and it should look, just make sure it's, mine looks like crap. Actually no, it doesn't look like crap, but I'm used to see it have a better look. Now I'm kind of rushing it. Yeah, it should look something like this. Then you turn it around just like that, and you have this kind of box that has these flaps on each side, and you're like, well, how the heck is it supposed to look like this? Well, let me show you how. So now you have this little square here, which is surrounded by little layers on each side, right here, and right here. You're gonna want to take the inner square, and you, if mine is going deep, let me take that, put it in, bring it up, here we go. So yeah, you want to take the inner square and you fold it in like a pyramidal shape kind of thing. That's not really hard, but it's tricky. Alright, this is how it should look like. At that point, I like to use my fingers, but you might think that tweezers work better. You take that here, that little X, pinch it, and you push it down the box. The flower, I mean, well, it kind of looked like a box, but it's gonna be a flower and not too long. So you take that peak, pinch it, and you push it in, but before you push it in, make sure that while you push in, you twist it clockwise. It's kind of gonna go in by itself, so you take it, turn, and it's gonna go in. Once it's too deep for 2 fingers, just use one. Try to rotate while you push in, and it's gonna look like something like this. Honestly, it never looks quite the same because it's pretty much always different, but it has a look. It has a pretty good look. Then we have these little flaps that we can open like this, make the little fancy looking thing around the flower, just like that. And this is how you do that origami flower. I think it looks pretty neat. So that's all. If you guys have any questions or you're stuck at some step all over the process of making that, if you're stuck, leave a question in the comment section below the video. And if you enjoyed that origami, like it, please like the video, and you can always share it with all your friends. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I hope it wasn't too hard, and bye guys, have a good day.